in anywhere, wherever I go, is because I choose to be happy.
They converse with each other. So, what I thought, no, this is not the right strategy how the parent has to work with the child.
We are expecting that everything should be perfect for my child because we are very possessive about our kids. So we want the perfect life, perfect child. Are they allowed to make mistakes?
Where you want to meet that calmness and stableness.
Just changing one life at a time. Have you allowed yourself to make mistakes in your childhood?
Hello, 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 all. Welcome to today's episode of Empowering Productive Parenting Talks with Ambika Shyamsundar. I am Ambika Shyamsundar, founder of Natural East Tribe. I'm a natural parenting coach and kids productivity coach. He is health catalyst, ex-research associate. I have 3 boyfriends, my husband and my 2 sons. Now I am helping more than 400 plus both parents and their teens, preteens to achieve focus, become kind, and channelize their productivity through smooth, stable parenting strategies. Before we begin, I would like to set the mood with a beautiful song that captures the essence of resilience and discovery. Here's the song. थोड़े आंसू है, थोड़ी हंसी, आज गम है तो कल है खुशी, जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है. So today we are going to have a very special guest here, and her name is Namrata Vishal, a self-authenticity facilitator and a living minimalist artist. Her story is one of the resilience, love, and discovery, from caring for her husband during his battle with cancer to finding her purpose through the transformative power of art and minimalism. She inspires individuals to uncover their true value. Although her husband is no more with her physically, but Namrata believes herself and her husband together are helping individuals uncover their true, authentic value and cultivate a sense of fulfillment and peace within themselves. Through the transformative power of art and the profound insights of nothingness and the volume zero, Namrata guide others on a path of self-discovery and inner growth. जिंदगी की यही रीत है, जीत की बाद ही जीत है. Why not, right? Why हार के बाद ही जीत होना चाहिए? क्यों जीतता ही रहना चाहिए? रह सकते हैं. So keep inspiring through your artwork. Welcome to this episode, Namrata. We are thrilled to have you. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Ambika, to have me over here and allow me to actually inspire people because I've seen uh, people who have heard my story or have been with me. They tell me that they get inspired, and I don't understand why they are getting inspired. But now I understand because I vibrate in that energy. And when I'm in the Zoom room, I think that happens. Everyone feels that energy within me. And I'll tell you one thing which has changed my energy in anywhere, wherever I go, is because I choose to be happy. So I would tell everyone this is my introduction. My choice is my introduction. I choose to be happy at every single moment.
That's a wonderful introduce yourself. So, uh, this why is more important. So let's know what is your why behind helping others. So why are you here doing this, Namrata?
My why is I have a lot of things on stake, I would say. Um, and people say when things are on stake, you just flow, you just bounce like a cheetah for your prey, right? And for me, impacting people and impacting 1,023,000,000 people is the number which I give it to myself. Because these are the seconds my husband lived in this world, in that body which I lived with him. So uh, I feel somewhere the number comes from there, and I am not afraid of reaching there because I'm very, very clear that people like you and people like many other coaches and mentors who are going to help me spread this word. So I'm not going to work alone. I will have that army of people to work on this mission of making people understand that being authentic, being real is so important to actually experience the pure happiness, which I am feeling from within when I started becoming my authentic self. And it comes from my husband because he was a very, very pure soul. And he actually taught me that living in the moment and being real is so simple. Why do we make our life so complicated by comparing our life with others or being a clone of someone? Uh, we ourselves are so beautiful. And why not cherish it? Because God has made us unique, and that's what He wanted us to be like. So let's cherish our uniqueness, our authentic self, and that's the only why I'm working on. There's no reason. People say you're alone, you don't need so much of money and all. I'm like, money is my byproduct or whatever. That is what mentors and everyone has told me. But I think from last 24 years when I'm teaching art, my students have also understood that I never worked for money. I worked for just changing one life at a time. So every time when I meet people, I just want to spread love. I want to just accept them as they are, hug them, and say, "You're beautiful."
Beautifully said. Just hugging them and yes, just spreading your love. Very nice. So I could understand you, Namrata, the way you speak, the authenticity and the reality, the realness, right? So want to know more about it. Like, how can parents embrace self-authenticity um, to navigate feelings like anger, frustration, or guilt and create a powerful, peaceful, productive family environment?
Yeah. I'll answer this question, but there's one small question for you because you are a
Yes.
parent and I'm not.
Yeah.
Uh, I am not a parent of a child given, but means I have not given a birth to a child, but
Okay.
definitely I had my husband who was my child in last 6.5 years when he became a patient and I became a caretaker. I understood that there was a relationship just not like a husband and wife. He was my child, he was my friend, he was my partner. So we shared a lot of relationships, but I know you have kids. So I would love to know that, Ambika, if when you are angry or frustrated or you are actually, what is that thing which triggers you? And have you questioned yourself that is it because of the child or because of something going around in your mind with your emotions? And that is reflecting in your actions.
Definitely, when I was getting angry, okay, so now I am just sharing my thoughts like when I was angry and bringing the environment to the like the natural state of the parent, what
Yeah.
from where they want to work on. Like when I
Yeah.
was an angry, um, I have that the angerness in me, and when I deeply rooted that why am I angry? Why am I getting angry? Is it because my kids are not behaving well? Because that's what made me angry, right? And the frustration, and after that I felt guilt And then that's how I used to think, oh, I had I have shouted my kids. I have the same thing. Even the kids uh, used to replicate, like used to show their the way how I have done to the other sibling. I have two
Yeah.
boys, so that's how they converse with each other. So what I thought, no, this is not the right strategy. How the parent has to work with the child. So the instead of preaching them, it's like being the natural, the yes, the where you want to meet that calmness and stableness and bring that. So what I used to see is when I was slowly bringing that um, the low tone or calm tone, and when I could engage with my kids, it was amazing bonding. That's where I was like embracing that part. That's where I thought
Yes.
like, yes, it is inside me. That's where I want to work on. And slowly, slowly, um, the elder one is also getting understand. And more than the elder one, the younger one is getting understand like how mama is taking care. And then they both are actually teaching. Sometimes even I get angry, and my kids used to tell me, Mama, I think you need some support. And they bring the water or something, that little tips, even they have,
The care, the
uh, yeah, the
compassion.
compassion. And it's like that environment of calming down. That's where I felt like embracing the whatever you tell as self authenticity to like along with the family. That's where I thought like that's a beautiful um, example what I could tell now. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So basically, I also think that way because I have been teaching from last 24 years. And
Okay.
I have been with all age groups like 4.5 to 72. And I've seen people behaving very differently in front of me and
Mm.
differently in front of their parents.
Mm.
And their parents do come and tell me, like, we are jealous that why do they behave very different in front of you, very obedient and very loving and all that. And in front of us, they are afraid of us, they hide things from us, they lie a lot.
Mm.
So then I just ask them one question. Are you accepting your emotions properly? And are you accepting them to make mistakes? Are they allowed to make mistakes? Have you allowed yourself to make mistakes in your childhood? The answers which came actually made them understand that the relationship between the parent and the child only grows when you start understanding the child and accept them as they are at their age. We are expecting that everything should be perfect for my child because we are very possessive about our kids. So we want the perfect life, perfect child, but we don't understand as a human, as a child, we also made a lot of mistakes. We also had a lot of frustrations and anxiety when we were small. At the same time, the child also goes through that
Yes.
till them they don't have power to talk about it in front of you, and hence they just keep mum. But we as a parent, sometimes we just bounce back, we just whatever anger is coming from outside of through our emotions, we just put it like they are our dustbin and we are just putting on them. They are not. They
Mm.
are the precious thing. They actually teach us a lot. The
Yes.
kids teach us a lot, and for me,
Yes.
my students were my biggest teachers.
Yes.
So I feel very privileged that I have been working with a lot of kids. uh, Even if not being a parent, I understand that kids psychology, like kids really really blossom when you start accepting them, allowing them to make mistakes, and when you show them how you live, like you said about being, how you start being, they start reflecting the same way because you, as a parent, are their role models. So
Yeah.
be the best version of yourself because that's what they are looking out in you.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Amazingly said. Like, be the best version of you, and allowing them and as well as you to make mistakes more and more. And from that only we are learning. We are
Yeah.
just
Or
humans.
else we would have not grown. We would have been the clones,
Yes.
like just followers.
Yes, yes. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So yes, Namrata, like, what advice do you have for parents to nurture the child's authentic self while fostering a sense of curiosity and exploration?
Hmm. Curiosity and exploration to भर भर के है for kids. Kids have that naturally in them. They love asking a lot of questions. Parents get frustrated sometimes. I know that. And they are curious. They are very, very good at exploration. What you are just one thing what we need to do is in this present moment is not put them in the shell that don't do this. Like we tell them don't have more screen time,
Yes.
but we don't understand they are living in a different era, and we were living in a different decade where when we were small.
Yes.
That
Yes.
time it was not the world. Now everything is online. If you
Mm.
actually pull them out of the gadget and tell them to do something different, they will be left behind. So
Yes.
you need to allow them to be in their age and their era rather than
Yes.
behaving like I was this, I was that. Giving your stories. Yes, definitely your stories, our stories will really help them. But when it comes to self authenticity, how it helps in this creating curiosity. If I can tell you, you said their exploration and um, curiosity should not die,
Curious.
right?
Yeah.
That will never die if you start accepting them.
Yeah.
So I feel kids have to you have to allow them to flow, because as an adult we have stopped flowing. We have been so rigid with our own self. Sometimes I feel it's better to give more responsibility to a kid than an adult, because adult will do everything according to what has been taught. the
Yes.
the child will bring a lot of creativity
Creative. Yes.
and lot of new ideas which can bring our businesses up
Yes.
sometimes. So I feel sometimes you need to employ them for actually take their few hours and pay them actually handsomely because
Yeah.
their ideas are brilliant. And when they come online also, I'm not saying every child is just playing or doing things. Few kids are really working on their skills when they
Mm.
are online. They are finding out new techniques to learn something new. and
Yeah.
and that's brilliant. I feel you need to allow them to be in that era.
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत ज्यादा नेगेटिविटी आ गया है on the gadgets, but we as an adult are also working on gadget the whole day now.
Yeah.
There is
Yes.
no other option, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we need to allow them. But yes, definitely teach them that what is good for their health. So actually mix and match some physical activity, bring their friends, offline friends together so that they come out of gadgets sometimes. But I don't want them to come out completely from gadget and have that half an hour or 1 hour wala jo screen time hai. It's
Mm.
like not working for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because for them now it's become so important to be seen in
Yes.
this world. And I think that career for them also, the career is going to start very early. It's not going
Mm-hmm.
to be like us, like starting after our college we started our
Yeah.
company
Yeah.
and all. I think the kids now can do a lot of things online at the age of 15 and 14, I suppose.
Yeah.
People are doing it and they
Yes.
have brilliant ideas. They are
Yes.
fearless. For us, being an adult, we always fear to take risk. They are okay to take risk. And at that moment, if they at the younger age, if they can take risk and be curious about experimenting things, that's the best thing we can allow them to do.
Yes, yes. It's like failing fast, and they are
Yeah.
learning very early at everything
And
what we were.
practically doing everything practically. It's not about doing theoretically. We were into books
Yes,
and
yes,
writing, but now they
yes,
hate writing and books. They love practical stuff. So I feel
yes.
somewhere this generation is really, really doing good.
Yes. Thank you, Namrata, for bringing out that, because we in our community, we build on, like, there are 12 different multiple intelligences where a child develop its own interest or curiosity. Okay, so let me tell you what you were explaining now, and at the digital era, and now the AIs are so many. And you know what? One of our 14-year-old boy in our tribe, he is more into AI and esports, and whereas his mama is more into, like singing and music and those part. So it's like their own choices, but he doesn't likes to sing or mingle with the people, but he loves to hear music. So music is somewhere a different part on the child, but he is on his this kind of an era, like already meeting the future era, like AIs at this 14-year-old. And his plan is like developing a app for himself and for his actually both their parents are in hospital, so he's planning that way. And that's how the kids are even thinking even now, like how professionals are thinking, if we allow them for their curiosity. And a little bit what you were telling about the digital part, yes, I think the parents are scared when they are more into consumption mode. So I used to bring and little tips I used to tell them, like instead of consumption, if the kids are put into creativeness, into this 12
Performing mode.
consumption, yes, forming mode, then almost why not parents? Even the kids will enjoy, and parents will also too enjoy that mode.
Yes, and actually they will bring out something very brilliant ideas
Yes,
and work what they'll do. You'll be amazed. Parents will be amazed by their things what
yes,
they are bringing to the table.
yeah. So, how can families embrace minimalist values to help children manage their time and prioritize effectively? What do you think about this?
Minimalism has worked for me a lot because uh, when I became an artist, I was an artist where I did realistic paintings, where I did detailing and all. And then I understood that the world is seeing everything in real form. And when you just make things simpler, like maximalist, when you say, I want this, that, do you think in COVID in 2020, when we couldn't go out, we were so happy. We were like, we were afraid of our lives and everything, but we needed less money, we needed less things, and we were happy staying at home, enjoying our food. We knew that we could survive without few things in our life. That that was like a bolte na hammer on
Hmm.
everyone's head, that
Yeah.
guys, whatever you are running behind, it's too much for you to
Hmm.
enjoy also. But
Hmm.
what you can actually enjoy is the simplicity of your life, which can be
Hmm.
which can bring more happiness and more what do you say, smiles on different people's face, because that is one thing which worked for me. Minimalism, I feel, is a lifestyle change. If you can change your lifestyle, like a you can become a minimalist, you will not waste your time choosing things. You will not waste your time um, thinking about like अभी मुझे इधर जाना है, मुझे उधर जाना है, मुझे ऐसे करना है, मुझे वो करना है. No, it will be very simple. It will be like a pathway created. इतनी इतनी चीजों की जरूरत है, पूरे दिन में इतना ही काम करना है. You have to do that's this much only, and you're done. You don't need
Hmm.
more. We always think we need more, but we need very less things in our life.
Yes.
For
Yes.
me, only one feeling which I needed to change my life was having a choice of being happy. Only
Hmm.
one simple thing. A lot of people told me, NLP seek lo, ye kar lo, wo kar lo. I was like, everything works, but it works for a temporary period. Again,
Hmm.
you come into the mode that वापस आ जाते हो, वापस आपको काम करना पड़ता है. But one simple thing in your life, you start thinking about like simple shift. Always
Hmm.
go for simple things which can be
Simple things.
sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it is not sustainable, definitely you are going to go again low and then try to find out कोई और mentor मिल रहा है क्या to help me out. So I
Hmm.
have understood that it's not about finding out mentors or finding out things to change or travel this journey of life. You just need small, minimal lifestyle where you don't need much in your life and you are happy.
Hmm.
That is very important. A lot of people earn crores of rupees and they're not happy.
Yeah.
I don't know why then we need that much of money, because money has become the center point, but money was a vehicle.
Hmm.
What we needed, we were actually buying through that. But now it has become the focus, and the
Hmm.
focus has to shift to
Hmm.
the minimal things. What we said, it was shelter, it was food, it was
Yes.
um air and water. So
Yeah.
if you have all this food, water, and all, what you need is now as a human, we need compassion, love, a simple thing, and we
Hmm.
can, and everything which is important is free, completely
Yeah.
free by with nature.
Yes.
You don't need money for that. So just pass on that love, and love is like minimum you need for living in having a beautiful family. You just need bonding and love. So minimal living doesn't mean that you just avoid things which are important, but definitely don't allow things which are not important in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well said, Namrata. Like, whichever is required to be included and whichever is unnecessary, you can be exclude. So the same thing usually parents also ask, like, so I want to tell a simple practice. Like, mostly parents ask about the time, how to effectively use it for the children. So I
Yeah.
usually tell whatever they love to do, the screen time or whatever, just ask them itself, like, how much time are you going to spend in this? And
Yeah.
without that, how much time are you going to spend in this? This two simple list will make an awareness for both the child and the parents that what is spent with gadgets or without gadgets. That's the simple
Yeah.
tip I would love to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Like, are they using the gadgets at the right
Yes.
time for the right things? And after that, are they using the quality time for something else which is very
Something
important
else.
in their life?
Yeah. Uh, yes, with these simple discussions, like whatever we are talking here, definitely that would be a new perception for the families, whoever are watching, our listeners. So, how can embracing self authenticity and minimalism help parents find balance and model resilience for their children?
Yes. Um, what does resilience mean when a parent wants to put that uh, value in kid? Is even if anything dip comes in their life, they should be strong enough to stand there, right? But as a parent of a single child, and nowadays, people are so possessive about their kids. They don't allow them to fall down. They don't allow
Mm.
them to make mistakes. And that is where self authenticity and minimalism comes in. We allow in minimalism, it is said that if you less is more. So don't put lot of pressure or lot of expectations on your kid. Less is more. Have less expectations from your kid. The kid will perform. So there, minimalism can be used. I am not saying minimalism only in the form of uh, materialistic things or anything else. It is about your thoughts also sometimes. A minimalism is you are not expecting too much from your kid is also minimalism. You are
Yes.
expecting less is more, which is very important, and you're expecting less from them, and they are performing very well. You don't
Hmm.
have to put pressure on them. And where it comes to a self authenticity, I told you it's very basic that accept yourself first as a parent, that you will be allowed to make mistake. You're not God. You will make mistakes as a parent also. Your parents must have also made some mistakes, so please forgive them too,
Hmm.
and don't have grudges on them. Same way, please be very बोलते हैं ना compassionate and empathetic about your own self also. Don't feel guilty about not performing well as a parent.
Yeah.
Accept yourself, accept your true self. When you start accepting your true self, the child will see that happening in the house,
Hmm.
that everyone is accepting themselves, and the child outside, when the child goes in the world, he will be a very compassionate and an empathetic person.
Hmm.
It's a very important lesson to be learned, where people say, I want my child to be successful. I always say, parents, please start understanding that whatever the child is not a product or a business to be successful. A
Yeah.
child is a person on whole. And when you say a person, what kind of person you will love?
Hmm.
You will love a person who is smiling, who is compassionate, who is a person who is like supporting everyone, who is good to himself and others. So that are few values we need to put in them. And
Yeah.
it's very simple. If you start accepting your child and you start accepting yourself, in the start only, in the first few years, you will put that values in them,
Hmm.
and it will never go away,
Never go away.
because
Yeah.
it will just be there, like install ho gaya hai unke mind mein, and now the subconscious mind cannot remove it.
Yeah.
So I would always feel, have goals for your kids, not about their education or about their earnings or about their anything. Just have a goal of them being a happy person and actually spreading that happiness around. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
that person will never be alone, I would
Yes.
say.
Wonderful, wonderfully said. Like expecting very less and performing very well. That's the kids are like they in their natural intelligence. Whatever they want to perform, they will bring their natural thing from them. So sometimes, parents, when they start, they are like little more overwhelmed. And even as you said, even on the ups and downs of the family situation, the children will understand like how to bring that balance.
And
That's
they will
more
see the
important.
resilience, how
Yes,
they behave in this such situations. They will
yes.
actually practically learn
Parents,
from you,
yes,
rather than
yes.
you telling them resilience is this. You
Hmm.
cannot teach them resilience. They will experience it in
Experience it.
you as a resilient person, and they will learn. And
Yes.
I would suggest, let them actually, every parent should talk about failure, of their
Hmm.
life's failure, rather than only talking about Merko, I got this
Yes.
prize in my
Yeah.
school, I got this, I did this. No, I failed. Your father is not a hero. Sometimes
Hmm.
your father is a normal human being, and you need to, and the child also needs to accept that my father is a normal human being, but is a good soul, and I will also become, I can actually be better than him also. I don't have to create that glass ceiling of I can just become like him.
Hmm.
Sometimes you can get inspired by your parents, but I feel we can actually open the whole sky for them, saying, we also made mistakes. We are also are trying to fly high. You have your own wings, and
Yeah.
you can fly higher sometime.
Yes, yes. Actually, when we speak more failures, like the parents, when they speak more, open up the failures part, and actually the kids will learn more of
Bond.
the strategies, how they are in the failure mode, how our parents are there in the failure mode. That's actually wonderful thing where parents are little bit hiding. Actually, they have to open up. I
Open
think
up.
after this
Definitely.
session.
And they will learn from your failures so well, and they will understand that failures are not bad. So when they have their failures, they will not feel like depressed, or they will not feel like I cannot accept it. For them, it will be very easy to
Mhm.
accept things. And when they come out of the failure, they will actually celebrate with you because now they feel similar. They
Yes.
have something in common. Like, I have also fallen down, my father has also fallen down sometimes. So the
Hmm.
bond becomes more stronger.
More
It is
strong.
not like you are higher or they are low. Everyone
Hmm.
is equal.
Yes, that's a beautiful one. Equality.
Equality, yeah.
Yes.
But I would say one thing which comes in my mind is, just as a parent, don't take parenting as a responsibility. It's not a responsibility.
Yes. Hmm.
You just need to understand, you've brought someone in your life, you've given birth, but that child has made his own ways to
Hmm.
navigate through this life, and you are supposed to allow that thing, that process to go. Don't come in between that process by being more possessive or by directing them a lot. Yes, till the age they need some directions, they need some mentorship, they need your hand, they need your support. Give them that support, but sometimes allow them to flow. That's very, very important. We as a parent, sometimes we as I was taking care of my husband, my expectations were too high, but I don't know what he was going through sometimes. So sometimes I had to tell myself that, Namrita, he's going through something. You are in a normal body. You need to understand that something will go slow
Yes.
over there.
Hmm.
Maybe some things will not even land. It's
Hmm.
fine, because he was brain affected. So we need to understand. Same way, the child has a particular way of thinking, and we have a particular way of thinking according to our experiences. So they will have to go through the experiences to learn real life things. So you just be yourself. Don't close yourself or don't hide your things from them. Whatever life you have lived together, like if your child is 2 year old and he's going to live with you till 20, that 18 years are the best lessons you can show him through living your simple life, by
Yeah.
not hiding what you are going through, what what is I think a lot of topics become taboo when you come in front of kids, but I
Yeah.
feel that is creating curiosity for them, and that
Hmm.
is creating problem in that topics for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So be open, talking about a lot of things in front of them. It's never too early to talk about something. So
Yes.
when it comes about puberty,
Yes.
then it comes about sex or anything, I feel
Hmm.
start talking about it in a very
Yes.
simple way, not thinking
Hmm.
about like a taboo, because it's very natural. We are humans, and the kids are also are actually becoming the same like you. But what happens when we were small, parents didn't talk about it. And at
Yes.
the age of 18 to 25, we used to feel like this is the
Little
most
embarrassed, right?
embarrassed, and we used to feel so bad about someone talking about it. But now I
Yes.
feel it was that age was the curiosity which was created by my parents only,
Hmm.
or our elder generation. They
Hmm.
created that curiosity for us.
Yeah.
If the curiosity was not there, I would have taken everything in the right way. So
Hmm.
I always feel every child, I think simple, talk simple, live your life open, like an open book in front of your child.
Yeah.
That will be the biggest lesson and the biggest, best book you can allow them to read.
Read, yes. The human experiences, right? That's
Yes.
more important. And most importantly, our parents' experiences, the failure
Yes.
experiences, ups and
Same.
downs, all.
All.
Thank you, Namrata, for such sharing such profound and deep insights with us today. Your perspective on authenticity and minimalism offers a new lens for both parents and their children to connect and grow together. To our listeners, I encourage you to reflect on today's session and discuss with your family. I think today's dinner time and think about
Yes.
how you can bring more authenticity and simplicity in your parenting and daily lives. So what would be asking Namrata just one takeaway for the audience or parents just to start immediately after the session, Namrata.
Um, Start being non-judgmental about anyone around, like in your house, outside. I know it's very difficult because judgments will happen, like this person is looking good, this person is looking bad, or this is tasting bad. Anything. Judgments do come in because that is our conditioning which we have been going through. But just remember a child, when the child was very small, not understanding what was good or bad, for him the shit was also good.
Mm,
Yes. So we need to understand that whenever we fall in a shit, or whenever we fall in anything, like if someone is going through shit in their life and unknowingly we are judging them.
mm,
So for a child also, a child is not just living in the house, he is going to school. Sometimes school experiences will be making his behavior, his thoughts different.
mm, mm, mm,
Sit and talk to that person and say, I accept you as you are. What's happening? So that's one, what do you say, exercise which a parent needs to do, is talk to the child about,
mm,
I understand your emotion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
mm.
the emotions openly. Why this is
Yes.
happening? Let's ask question why.
Why? Mm. Thank you so much, Namrata. So, we would be sharing our social media handles down. And I know, Namrata, something is coming up very wonderful within 20 days. Can you please let us know about it?
Yeah, I am coming up with a retreat.
Okay.
The retreat theme is Party is Within.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe, and my partner really believes. My partner is Shariva Joshi. She's a mindfulness coach. We both are coming up with a retreat in Karjat. It's just next to Mumbai, 1.5 hour drive. And this retreat is all about working on yourself. So it's not about having group activities. We won't be having any group activities. We'll be working on you, and you'll be allowed to be who you are completely for that 3.5 days. And you will be living every single moment, experiencing every single moment through our lens, where you will actually feel alive and calm when you go out. So we want people to understand that you can feel alive and calm at the same moment.
Okay.
Party is not outside, happiness is not outside, happiness is within.
Yes.
So, yes, we are coming up in Karjat. The second retreat is happening in Rishikesh in March,
Okay.
in the first week of March. And in April, we are doing a retreat in Jaipur. So, anyone who ever is interested for a retreat, I would definitely give a link of a form, interest form, which you can add in our comments, and people can just fill in and I'll get back to them.
Yeah. Thank you, Namrata, for that. And most importantly, just mention the why do we need this coach or mentor? Why the audience need coaches specifically? Why do they need all these? Because they are all getting from their friends or anywhere in the social media. We have so many things, right? But why do they need specifically mentors?
I would suggest we really, really need mentors, and I needed it badly when I had lost myself, my authentic self. And my authentic self and the mirror was shown by my mentor, by actually बोलते हैं ना, मुझे हिला के बोला था कि you are allowed to be angry in
Yeah.
front of the whole room, and that shaked me completely. That you were not allowing yourself to be you, and you were not understanding what was going on and getting frustrated. Sometimes we go numb and we don't know where to take help from. So this mentors and this coaches really come as a channel and a god for us at that moment. When we go numb, we are not able to take decisions sometimes. We are not able to understand why things are not working for us. Sometimes you need a third person who doesn't know you personally, and he comes with a clear lens of seeing you as a person who is not bad or good, neutral, and has a neutral emotion, but wants comes with a value of serving you and helping you.
Yeah.
So if you get such kind of mentor, you will be really, really happy. And Ambika is one of them. So please, I think if you as a parent really need someone, please go to her.
And thank you so much, Namrata, for this. And most importantly, sometimes we just keep on, as a parent, they keep on telling the same dialogues or same thing to the child, and child is not able to connect with the parent on those struggling point and then connecting thing. We really need coaches, really need mentors. It's not about only me. Any kind of a mentor would be really supporting you. That's what our job is, to have such kind of an what you say, the real authenticity, and wherever you can fit it, definitely take the help of mentor, because they are handling with so many parents in my case, and in Namrata's situation, she is also handling that, those kind of audience, both adults and the children.
Kids, yeah.
So through their artwork, mainly for Namrata and for
I
myself.
use art as a medium,
Yes,
yes.
medium, art as a medium. So that's where we are. So I hope whoever are here as listeners, they would definitely take the action, and they would definitely have a discussion upon whatever we have spoken. Thank you so much, Namrata, for having this
Thank you.
beautiful session with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for actually inviting me for this. I'm really, really privileged.
Thank you, Namrata. Bye bye.
Bye bye.